Hello everybody, Western Batman here, back with another video, and today we got another drawing video, and we are drawing more Lego characters. Yes, I kind of didn't know what to do, so I'm like, I want to draw some more Lego characters. So, yeah, in this first guy, so in my first Lego drawing character video, it was mostly older Lego characters, like really old Lego characters, and sort of obscure ones. This is kind of focused on more modern themes that I kind of grew up with and that I know a bit better. So, this is this first one's from Chima. I want to do a Chima character because I love Chima. Chima was a great theme, has really cool parts, and I'm sad it had to go. Yeah, I'm more of a Chima guy than a Ninjago guy. I know I'm gonna say it, but Chima is great. So I decided to do a Chima character, and this one it's the only big fig they had, which was this weird elephant guy. I don't even know his name, but it was really cool looking, and all the ice people in general were really gnarly looking. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this guy, like exposed bones and stuff. It was kind of crazy. If I'm being honest. So this is what I decided to do. Now I changed up the design a little bit here. You see here he has these he has these weird cuffs on his wrist. I'm trying to make it look like more he's like, imprisoned or whatnot, something like that, enslaved. But I don't think that is he rich. I don't know the Chima lore. I know there was a Chima show. I didn't watch any of it. I think I started watching a little bit. I think I've seen clips of it, but I was really annoyed how the eagle people, how their like voices sound. Or this one eagle girl had a really high pitched voice, and I could not watch the show when I was younger. I didn't watch a lot of Lego shows when I was younger, if I'm being honest. I just kind of got the sets, and I thought it was cool. But yeah, so here, like I said, we got this the guy from the elephant tribe or whatever. The not the elephant, the mammoth people, I guess. From like the ice mammoth. It was when they were doing the whole ice and fire thing, and they had that one set. There was one set. There was like a humongous set that came with like every set from the wave in like one set. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, I've always wanted the set with this big guy in it. I never got it. But this is one of my kind of. I probably should brick like this big fig because it's a really cool big fig. But I decided to do him instead of any of the other, main characters, I guess. But I want to do something a bit more unique. And also, I'm kind of partial. I love drawing buff characters, so I kind of wanted to do that here. I was really tempted to do some other ones, like, because I first, when making this video, I didn't have a good idea of which characters I should do. I first was like, okay, let me look up some Chima characters. I'm like, I gotta do him. And then afterwards, I was like, who else should I do? So I kind of came up with the idea like right before starting drawing. So when I was drawing this guy, I didn't know who else I was gonna do. Um, but yeah, I was thinking about doing Garmadon and a few other things, but you'll see who I end up going with. Actually, you already know one of them because I probably put Prison of Business in the thumbnail because that drawing just ended up being phenomenal. You'll see that in a second. I think that one's probably the best of this whole batch. Now, this guy, he doesn't really look super unique. He just kind of looks like the Chima character. Nothing really redesigned about it. I guess he's just drawing them, but more realistic, and kind of like my style. But again, it's not super unique because, big figs are already, less stylized than minifigures, if that makes sense, because they're more, like, proportionally accurate. But yeah, I still really like how this drawing turns out. And I add some like blue veins to kind of make it look like the energy is coming from the belt or something. I don't know, but I do really like. And I give him more like innocent eyes. And the original he kind of has like very mean eyes. I kind of make him look more like a victim than like some big buff guy. He's like who works for the tribe. But yeah, maybe some weird ice zombie. I don't know. Like there probably is more lore on him that I just don't know about. But yeah, so I'm still pretty happy how this drawing turns out. I tried to add some like more purple to it, I thought about going all bloody, but decided not to because I figured if it's like, if it's a frozen zombie, then it probably wouldn't have a lot of like, gushing blood because of just like it's supposed to be all frozen and whatnot. So yeah, that was kind of my logic behind that. But I am happy how this drawing turns out in general. It's not the best out of all of them. I do think the pose kind of looks good, but I don't know. It doesn't really differentiate itself from the original Lego character. I feel like the other two are different enough, from the original. But yeah, I do overall like how this guy looks. Like I said, if you guys have any recommendations of other Lego characters you would like to see me draw, give me some, because I'd like to do another one of these. Like I said, I need to do a Ninjago character. I don't know who though. I don't want to do one of the ninjas. I want to do something a bit more unique. And I thought about doing Garmadon. I actually started drawing Garmadon, but then I couldn't get a good pose, and then I kind of stopped. So maybe I'll go back on Garmadon someday. But yeah, here I had a little bit of rim lighting around the eyes and around the glowing parts, and boom. I do like the background. It's like a snowy background. All right, next up, we have President Business. This drawing I am really, really happy with. Not only is this one fairly different than the actual Lego Movie one, I just think it looks really cool. So, basically what I did here, as I was thinking about the kind of Garmadon design, but like a bit more proportional. For example, like I give him his ginormous feet are a lot smaller. They're still pretty big, but it's all kind of meant to look like, it almost looks superhero like, if that makes sense. Like he's a super villain. And I tried to make it look a bit more mechanical in certain areas and less kind of cartoonish, if that makes sense in proportion. Also, another thing I do add is I give him gauntlets, which I think look. I try to give him this flowing cape. I end up deciding not to and just give him his normal kind of cape. His weird tie-looking cape, if that makes sense. I also added these gauntlets, which he didn't have in the movie. But I decided to add him because I thought it kind of worked, because he has the big mechanical legs, the big mechanical head. I thought it'd be good if he had mechanical gauntlets as well, and I try to make it fit the kind of theme as well. So it makes him look more supervillain like, and which I really like. Also, I give him the visor, which he doesn't have that much in the movie. However, I do believe one of them, if I remember this correctly, I remember one of the minifigures had an alternate head where it had that visor, and I think the visor does appear in the movie with the weird squiggly lines. But yeah, and then also add the flames, of course, on his weird cup antler thingies. I tried to make I really wanted to not make the the cups not look like cups. They still look like cups, but, oh well. I still think it looks good. I was tempted to make the flame come out of the bottom part of the cup, to make it look like some weird pipe that goes down. But I kind of just keep the design the same. And their overall helmet design is the same, mostly the same. Like I said, a little bit less, like, super exaggeratedly huge. It's still like, huge on this guy's head. Like, still, makes it look like he's a mega mind or something. But, less exaggerated, even though it is still exaggerated for kind of the style. But I really like this. Is, like, I think the perfect blend of it, like realism, but still being accurate to the original Lego. Yeah, and I do really like how those gauntlets work. And I do add more of because in his legs, he has these weird, at least in the original one, he has these weird stripes of transparent orange, which I add here, as you can see where those like weird stripes are. And I also add them in the gauntlets to kind of continue the theme, if that makes sense, of how his design looks. I don't know. I'm just really happy how a President Business turned out. But yeah, maybe I need to do more Lego Movie characters, because I wanted to do the wizard. I don't remember his name, but I decided not to. I decided to do him instead. But yeah, maybe I could do like a full video on just redesigning Lego Movie characters. I think that would be cool. Although most of them are just, you got like Batman, who's just, you redesign Batman. I wouldn't do Batman. Maybe Unikitty, but I don't know. I did think about doing the Mad Unikitty, doing like some weird like lion thing, but I don't know. Those could be good ideas, because there's a lot of really cool designs from the Lego Movie. But yeah, here we go. This is President Business, and like I said, this is probably my favorite out of all of them. The last design I made was actually really good. Like I said, at this point, I didn't know because I wanted to do 3 characters, right? That's like kind of like the minimum I like to do. There was one video where I did 2, but I like to do 3, minimum, so you guys get 3. I didn't know who exactly to do for the last one. I was like thinking through this, should I go back to Garmadon? You'll see who I end up doing. Which I do think the last drawing is actually really good. I am really happy with it. It was a shorter draw, it took me like a fraction of the time. Like the majority of the video is probably just gonna be this middle drawing, and then the last drawing is gonna be like what? Probably just like a few minutes. It's not gonna be that long, at all. But see here, me going over the color And yeah, this one, like I said, was a bit complicated because there were so many different colors going into it. So many different areas of different color. You know, like I said, in the kind of the weird antlers, I had a bit more red in there to kind of not make it look like the red cups come out of nowhere. You know, if that makes sense. Then I also had the red to the fingers of the gauntlet. I think those look really cool. Like I said, it kind of complements the helmet colors. How the helmet has the red, black color scheme. I kind of added that a little bit more in there. Did not add any of the red into the boots. I didn't think that would look good. He still has that red cape, which, like I said, I thought about making the cape like flowing or something, but then I ended up just making the straight cape, and I think it looks good. But yeah, and also I really do like the pose too, that like villain pose. I think it just really works. This is, like I said, this is my favorite drawing, and it's probably why it's in the thumbnail. I haven't even made the thumbnail yet. I just know this guy's gonna be in it. Like, if this guy is not in the thumbnail, you dock me to Corporal, because this guy needs to be in the thumbnail, because I can't express how much I am happy with this guy. Like I said, when making the first drawing, I was like iffy. I'm like, hey, is this video gonna be good? Is this even worth making? But then I'm like, you know what? After making this guy, I'm like, heck yes, it is. So, yeah, those Lord of the Rings sets, am I right? Those look kind of crazy. It's not like I'm out of things to talk about. But yeah, this guy. Like I said, please leave me suggestions for other Lego characters you want me to draw, and I might do them. I probably will do them. That would be a great that would be a great idea. But yeah, or maybe like redraw. Yeah, because I gotta think of more things to redraw, because I want to do. I know like the drawing videos aren't as like don't do as well as like the customizing videos, but like I can't really customize right now, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm not at my equipment. Like I said, any suggestions y'all have, leave them below. And you see here, I'm going in with the highlights here, and like it is a bit annoying with highlights because you have to do different highlights for the black and for the lighter colors, but. And then I added a lot of rim lighting, which looks really cool. Like, so I try to make it look like. So as you can see, a lot of the lighting is kind of coming from up, and that's supposed to kind of show the lighting's coming from the fire, if that makes sense. When drawing this, and yeah, like I said, I added rim lighting to kind of make it look like all the transparent orange parts are glowing, so it's like glowing parts. And you guys are gonna see the final drawing in just a second. I think the background looks good as well, and boom. Yeah, just generic lava background, but I still think it looks good. Last, but certainly not least, I decided to do a hidden side character. Yes, this weird tall dude from Hidden Side. He had like a weird brick build. I don't know his name, but he looked cool. He's from this one set. And I'm like, okay, I want to draw him because Hidden Side is. I never got any Hidden Side sets, but Hidden Side had some really cool parts. There's a lot of things a lot of dead Lego themes is that they're like. The sets, were like alright, but then they had like really cool parts. I hope Monkey Kid doesn't like die like that, because Monkey Kid has some cool parts as well. Monkey Kid, the king, not king. Also, I want to find a way to watch the Monkey King show, Monkey Kid show. I can't find a legal way to watch it. It's not on Netflix, which is very sad. I want to watch it because it looks like a good show. It looks like a show I'd like, because I'm a big mythology nerd, and it's like. Has a lot of like Chinese mythology in it, which is pretty cool, But here you go. I had a lot of, like I said, it was really cool interpreting this design because it's really nice to do all the creepy details like the spikes and make them like the arms all droopy and whatnot. I think it just looks really cool. I'm gonna So this as a design, this one's probably the coolest. It took me the least amount of time because there wasn't much color at all. It was just black, a little bit of blue. A little bit of off-white, and then like some like he had a weird staff, so I had some like yellow and whatnot for the staff. But yeah, and then like it was nice adding all the wrinkles and whatnot, and I think this drawing was just kind of a lot of fun to do. And I like I said, I don't know if this one tops the last one, but this one is almost on par. I really like this this design. I need to get some water. But yeah, so this one is really cool. Maybe I do some more Hidden Side. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, this one, these drawings, like I said, from newer themes. Last drawing, some older themes. Maybe I'll do another drawing of like a mixture of both. A mixture of some old. If you have any themes or characters you would like to leave in the suggestions for me to draw, please do, because that would be cool. Cool. cool cat saves the kids. But yeah, and I make the kind of the weird gem glowing a little bit, and then he has these weird white designs on his shoulders. I opt out with making them, you know, kind of white veins on his weird shoulder pad thingies he has going on. But yeah, I think this is like a design like kind of ripped straight out of, you know, like Stranger Things or something. Even the background, I kind of make a look of it Stranger Things esque. But yeah, Hidden Side had some really cool designs. Too bad all these themes are dead. Even the Lego Movie, because they're not making any more Lego movies, which is so yeah. These technically I could call these redrawing, you know, characters from dead themes. I could call that. I could legally do that, and not get arrested. Legally, yeah, could. Wouldn't it be cool if they just like made more sets off the first Lego movie? That would be epic if they did that. I don't know if they would, but that would be cool. All right, I'm just gonna say now. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and make sure to watch the 2011 film Rango. And we're gonna show off the last drawing in just a second. And have a nice one. And yeah, see ya. Ciao. Bye bye.